Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm uploading a video of a pastor who entered eternity and God said this to him. So please pay attention, stay tuned, and watch to the very end. God bless, let's take heed, and let's make it back to the Father in heaven. In Jesus' name, through his holy blood. Amen.
Well, when I stood before him to plead my case, see, the angels brought me there to plead my case. Because all the time I kept asking him, is he going to let me live? I knew that my spirit had crossed the veil. Flesh and blood can't go there. And I knew the only way I could come back, God would have to permit it. And I kept asking the angels every time. I still, no matter what I saw, I still was in love with this old piece of clay. And so they brought me there and let me plead. Brought me to the gate. They wouldn't let me. I didn't go in. I came to the gates of the third heaven, and they told me. I watched 50 saints being permitted to enter the gates of heaven, but they didn't let me go in. They said they stopped me. The angel stopped me there and says, "When I got to the gate, and he says, if you go in, you can't come out. You got to stay till he brings you back." I said, "If I can't come out, then that means my physical life is over. And you told me I could ask him." Angel said, "You can ask him, but you stand outside this gate and ask him." And so I did. I came and I was allowed to plead my case. And I was pleading to a God I couldn't see, but I knew it was total silence while I pled my case. I was telling him I reminded him of all my good works. I told him about all the things that I'd done, all the things that's what I was basing on my good work. I told him about all of that. And when he was never said a word till I finished. When I finished, then he answered me in a voice that sounded like thunder. Wasn't anything like the voice that Satan had used on me. He says, he started, I'm going to try to quote verbatim exactly what he says. "Your faith is dead. Your works are in vain. The life that you lived and offered to me as a life of Christian service is an abomination that I rejected in the Pharisee. What made you think I would accept it from a Laodicean type Christian? In fact, untold millions are living the same kind of life that you lived, and they stand in danger of my everlasting wrath." Unquote, the living God. I couldn't believe he was talking to me. I'm a preacher. I'm a teacher. I just told him about all my good works, what I'd done, And I said, "No, Lord, you don't understand." He said, "You didn't do those works for me. You did them for a false God." I said, "Lord, I worked for you. I called you Lord every day." "Yes, you did, but you never made me Lord." What a difference. To call him Lord gives him a title. To make him Lord promotes him to ruler of life. Who is your Lord? "But Lord, I was serving you." "No, you wasn't. You served a false God." Then he named him. Satan's number one selling false God. SELF. Instantly, I knew everything he said was true. Had he reached down and picked me up and dropped me in hell, I would have said amen. But I couldn't move. I'm laying on my face, in the spirit. I couldn't move. They came, and angels came and took me away. They took me out and let me regain my composure and brought me back and let me plead the second time. Second time, I never opened my mouth. Then he began to talk to me in a compassionate tone. As he said to me, suddenly I realized, this is my Father, and I heard him. He was hurting for me. The God that created all of this was hurting for me. The smallest, insignificant piece of flesh that he was hurting for me. Nothing mattered now. I didn't ask him for my life. I didn't ask him for anything else. But when this life meant nothing, he gave it back. Sent me back to do what I'd done. Give me a 5-point message for the church and placed 2 restrictions on me. Restriction 1 was that I was not to ask anybody to hear this, because he was sending me to his church. I didn't know what was his church, but he knew which one was his church. He was sending me to his church. All I had to do was go wherever I'm asked. When I get an invitation, put it down. Get to it when I can. And if I'm not supposed to go there, he'd close the door. But if he opened the door, no man would close it. And that's the way it's been ever since. The 5-point message he gave me, the point one, this is, number 1 point, this is the Laodicean church age in which we live today. This is the Laodicean church age, where the overwhelming majority of so-called Christians are just that, so-called. They're mouth professors and not heart possessors. And unless they wake up, he's going to spew them out of his mouth. He promised to do that, you see. But he gave them a chance. In his word, he gave them a chance. If they wake up. Point number 2, your adversary is a personal and powerful adversary, Satan the devil. He is anointed. Point number 3, if you ever expect to have any of God's power manifest in your life, you're going to have to live the life. Not talk it, you got to walk it. And point number 4, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. What he's saying there, keep your eye on the eastern sky, because your redemption draweth nigh, because we have reached the days of Noah once again. And we look in history and in the Bible to see how it was in the days of Noah. And we see that mankind had but 2 priorities: wealth and pleasure, wealth and pleasure, wealth and pleasure. Everything else is secondary. That's where it was in the days of Noah. And he said it was going to be that day, that way again. And we have reached that stage. Point number 5. Now this is one that really, the main one, the one that he sent me back for. And a lot of people can't comprehend this. What he said was, let me go back to Matthew. Matthew, in writing, was quoting John the Baptist when he said this in chapter 3, verse 11 and 12. He said, I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance, but he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoes I am not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with Holy Ghost and with fire, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor and gather his wheat into the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. The baptism of the Holy Ghost, so to speak, is going to come with fire. He's going to burn up the chaff in the Christian. So a lot of people think that the baptism of the Holy Spirit is evidence speaking in tongues. Well, it might be, but by the same token, the real evidence is the fire burning the chaff out of the individual. And that's going to take tribulation.